Right, creepy. Okay, let's flip the coin, keep the coin, check the coin. All the usual nonsense. Welcome to Season 10 NATTS. Here we are, Round 2, Gold Division, and it's Week 12. There they go. Excitement is percolating all up and down the league because two of the top teams are battling it out here. Yes, you've got it. It is a classic, absolutely classic Undead team here, taking on... Yes, there it is, the favourite red and black RVB Diamond Dogs Pro Elves. And as you can see, looking along the side here, of course the Undead, they've got plenty of reserves. And if we call it up here and take a peek, it's tradition, of course, there's at least 2 loners. Well, it's the long road to finally actually having a full team. That'd be a bloody miracle. And it looks like the Ghost of Knuckles Past will actually be receiving here in the, very ominous stadium as we get a whole year coming in there in the gates. And they've even brought in, yes, you see it there, it's, Hack'em Slash, so he's not exactly a goblin per se, because he does have Strength 3, but he is on the Agility 2. Technically, what he is he's a zombie slash skeleton. He's not quite all there. Perfect defense on the kick. And let's see if the RBB decide to do anything, absolutely great with this one. No, they like where they are. Well, fine. Here we go. So, as the season has been going on, round 2, things are starting to shape up quite nicely, and the battle for the top 3 spots in each division are becoming quite ferocious indeed. And this game is figuring here to be no exception. Ghost of Knuckles Past here. They got the necromancy. Necromancy. Nymphomancy. Well, I just frankly don't ask. And he comes running in. He's picked the target. Does he actually get him? And absolutely brilliant, lad. Sigh. Well, so much for that great idea. Fortunately, he's only stunned. I was having a look at a stack card over there going, really? And he popped a 1. And then he blows the loner, of course. Well, that's the problem, is I always say, unless it's absolutely essential, why re-roll it? Because odds are 50-50 he's going to blow it anyway. So much for that fantastic idea. RBB have now got an absolutely thrilling and wide open way to go charging through and go get the bloody ball. Of course, some of his fans, well, let's face it, they've got quite the reputation in the stands, and let's face it, for the sounds of it, they're crazy. Hello, solid punch. So you can see here, both mummies down, of course, being the standard mummy. Movement 3. Well, once they're down, they're not really going anywhere now, are they? Well, they get right back up again, and the Ghost Knuckles Past now have to, well, reassess their priorities and maybe actually try and do something here. Honestly, I'd say they had a great plan. Shame it fell through. Now, it would have been nice seeing yet another dead elf, but, well, that's Blood Bowl for you. Well, there's a solid punch on dead old Ziggy there. As you can see, they had to bring in several players to make that happen. And it looks like Ghost of Knuckles Past here have managed to change where their angle attack is, but, is this actually going to stop anybody? Well, probably not. Yeah, of course, Pro Elves, immense speed here. The slowest player is 6. Everyone else 7s and 8s right up and down the line. It should be a very easy swing around. As we can see, yep, they've got this one covered all right. Solid bunch, solid it. And now he's going into the standard screen formation. Well, almost standard here. I think he's actually thinking about, you know, laying the boot into this poor lad. He's probably got a loner for it. Yep, right here. He'll do it. Because 2 quid is 2 quid. Well, he's just stunned. And Constable Ed, well, for that, well, he's not going to call that one, considering, you know, he's still laughing his ass off, considering, you know, according to the explanation being given by the Pro Elf coach over there to Constable Ed, no, really, he's still stunned from the original blow when he dropped his own chainsaw. Why would I lie to you? Well, Constable Ed's the trusting sort, so yeah, I think he's believing him. Well, Ghost and Knuckles Pass have decided they're rather committed on this. And they seem to be doing a wee bit of looping around, a wee bit of punching. Oh, here they go. Of course, if they think they're going to be outrunning the RBB here, they got another thing coming. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, here we go. The advantage the RBB have got goes right around, straight into a fist. Let's try that again, Sunshine. Oh, that's a push. Well, didn't quite work, did it? Burned out a reroll, but now you can see here the Undead rather strung out, and it looks like, yeah, what cage? No, really, what cage? I don't think there is one anymore. And they're pretty casually, you know, dodging away. They're making this look almost routine, aren't they? Ah, led with his chin. Good lad. Well, let's see if the Necromac team can actually find a way out of this mess here. Well, let's start off, push me, push you. Freeze a play up, they might need him. Elves is taking a swing. Well, that didn't work. How about you? Ah, you've now discovered how much sidestep a Pro Elf team has. See, that doesn't work either. Well, it worked the second time, but now he's all the way over there. And where are you going the ball this time, Sunshine? Well, I'll say this. If he thinks he's safe, he's got another thing coming. Well, that didn't work quite the way he wanted. It's only a stun, but considering which player he just stunned, it's not such a bad thing. And now there's a flurry of punches into the loner, who's clearly defective as, well, let's face it, he's still alive. There's another solid punch down, and that one's still alive. Now, that didn't work, did it? I got a question. Where do you think you were going, Sunshine? Ow! Finally, the RBB go. So that's what a 1 looks like. They failed that one. But don't worry, they got other players. Sigh. Absolutely wonderful. That was just brilliant play by RBB. I think my fans agree. Ah, well, fetchy love Arch and all that. Ghost and Awful Pass. Breathing a sigh of relief. Looks like they're going to now try to make some kind of screen here. First, they're going to clear at least another play off. That's a stun. They'll take it. And I do believe this young lad... Well, there he goes. Wait, he's got a park there, are you? Well, his figuring is, you know what? He's got these mummies. Might as well use them. What the odds this lad can get out? Well, we'll see. they got him. Now, Constable Ed's not paying too much attention. It looks like there's some illegal weaponry was used on that one there. Besides the chainsaw. But, you know, this is Blood Bowl. He's probably consulting his rulebook as we speak to see if that was actually legal. It's a KO. So, from the Pro Elves viewpoint here, don't worry, they'll get this young lad back sometime soon. And by young lad, he's only 132. Where is this lad? There he is. Solid hit in the rear. And he's brought some threatening players back. At this point here, basically, Diamond Dogs are trying to make it. You've got really no choice. You're going to have to score this one. Because if you don't score this one, what the odds we're going to probably break through? Better than average. Well, some good solid dodging there. The trailing part of the team, well, they've got a lot of catching up to do to get back into this play. Goes to Niffles past. They don't mind burning another turn out. What are you thinking, lad? What was that? Well, I would suspect a misclick on that one. And it's a complete disaster. Suddenly, Diamond Dogs all over this one. They got him. And they're plowing the road. Balls free, just like the Elves like it. And now the destruction continues. Absolute chaos all over the field here. Of course, notice here, no rerolls left over here. And yep, you saw that right here. That's one of the funny skills this lad has. Sidestep. Side, come on, lad. Well, he got it this time. And the ball's away, of course. Well, suddenly, Gauss Nuffles pass, 8 to a minute, they're glad they've got trailing players. But he's blodge. How are you going to get this one? He was also sidestep, oh, have you looked? Well, they got him. That actually was impressive. Not bad, lad, not bad. And meanwhile, up the field, of course, he had Chainsaw. Well, he's going to give him what for? It's a KO, he'll take it. Does anyone else want to try and get this thing? Oh, gonna have more of this coffee here. Well, solid punch. And now, quite frankly, out of his own consideration, he's got to bring more players back to actually even mock this ball up. Now, down the field, as an attempt at trying to punch an elf. Everyone's favourite game. I'm going to have to zoom this camera up here to try and find out, well, what's happening next. One die, he got him. And it's a good solid hit. And there we go. He's out, bell rung. He's got the ball, and he's away once again. This one here, Diamond Dogs now can actually afford to send as many players down here to make life as difficult as possible. Now he's cutting a lot of corners here, isn't he? Well, he's got confidence in his AG4. It's only failed, what, once? Oh, boy. Wonderful. Well, there goes your money. And that was a very quick turn. Yes, you have now seen it correctly. Ack has now failed, 3 times in his how many turns? About 6 he's actually been active. And there you go, 1-0 for the Diamond Dogs. Well, that's a hell of a way to actually finish up the first half. Not the way the Ghost of Knuckles Pass actually planned it. Oh, look, you got your reserve back. Diamond Dogs gladly get one back. Well, Constable Ed has finished consulting the Book of Armaments, and it does say clearly, no, 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 get off me pitch. So, Diamond Dogs, of course, short one play in this drive, but all importantly, they're receiving and they're up 1-0. As for the Ghost of Knuckles Past, it's not a bad team. Taking a closer look here, he does have several solid skills across the team here. He does have the one designated ball carrier for the goal here. He has gotten at least one block up here on the front line on the zombies. And he slowly has definitely been making a good work away on the mummies here. But, as some would point out there, it's not too many skills, is it? Well, that's because he hasn't quite added an explosion of successful games. So it's quite the scattering of skill points if you ever go take a look. As for the Diamond Dogs, well, face it, what's there are survivors. And those survivors pack a lot of skills. It's kind of like, highly concentrated. You're soaking in it. Well, there you go, high kick, it's going really high. It's going so high that after bouncing off the Raptors, well, no one's going to get that sucking ball. It's a free handoff, that's all the Elves needed, a freebie. Push me, push you. At this point here, well, in proper tradition here, Diamond Dogs are going to go for a very quick score because being up 2-0 is just great, isn't it? And they've even hit the star ghoul down. That leaves a excellent container for putting an eligible receiver. Or they could even just run this in. It's really their choice at this point. Would you like to do that again? No? Well, that's a great way to spend an early reroll. There they go. Running their way down the field. Can you do that again? No? Anyone else? Well, it's along the sidelines. It's technically a full cage. Oi, VG, yo! I sense here the Diamond Dogs are having the piss taken out of the commissioner on this one. Well, he'll be hearing about that later on. Meanwhile, back on the field here. Ghost of Knuckles Pass after trying to figure out, if their hearts are in it. They're not beating, of course, but they do have hearts. Not too sure if they're theirs. But they've got to do something to at least contain this, to at least prevent a quick score and keep in the game. Now, admittedly, they've got the players who can score. It's a set of 4 ghouls. So, speed, not the issue. Ball handling, well, if they had sure hands, it'd be all the better. Straight into chin music. Would you like to try that again? Yes, you would. Yeah, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I was just looking to see what else he had there for a choice. It's like, well, I guess he just wants the maneuverability, because the other players he has, well, they're not much of an improvement, are they? Well, Diamond Dogs seem to be just deciding, instead of surfing, they're going to clear the pathway. Make this a relatively easy score. Come on, lads. Let's get on with it. Congress doesn't take this long. Even my sister doesn't take this long. Considering how much she charges per hour, is that a surprise? And there you go. 2-0. Easy score, absolutely. So, starting to look a bit grim there, isn't it here? As everyone says, this might be the team you are watching to beat later on. Sure, they've got these counting a lots of loners, but you try and stop that team scoring. I really dare you. It's quite the challenge, isn't it? Ghost and Pass, they'd like to get one back to at least make this close. But here's the pressure. Instead of methodical, they really need to score this one quick to get a chance to steal the ball back. Because, well, let's face it, there's not that many turns left. Only 7. Channel gust of wind. And, oh, you moron, you dropped it behind you. So I guess we're starting to drive from here then, are we? Right. When you have one brain between them, this is what happens. You know, someone try and tell him when he accidentally catches the ball, he's supposed to drop it forward. Of course, some have said it would have been worse if the actual damn zombie had actually gotten the thing. Well, there you go. Loner. He's KO'd. Still alive, though. How unfortunate. He's not doing his job, is he? And there you go. He's got the ball. Team is staging up. That's almost like a double cage, isn't it? Another solid hit. Another player down. Do you want to make it 3? Of course you do. The crowd is absolutely ecstatic. As a loner, finally does his job and gets injured. It's about bloody time. However, all that said, they might be up 2-0, but anyone who has watched the Diamond Dogs all season knows, you know, they like 3-0, but even like 4-0. So, if you think this ball's safe, no, not today. Well, lucky for them there, it's just a push me, push you. Easy dodge away. And he keeps one eligible player over here as a light screen just in case, you know, Ghost and Pass get any other crazy ideas. Well, you can see here, so far, this is what the crazy idea consists of. Actually try to get down the field, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? And of course, push me, push you, no surprises. As you're starting to discover here, this has been becoming the biggest problem now of Ghost and Past. The sheer maneuverability of this team. And you're dealing with that much dodge, AG4, sidestep, and let's face it, the survivors have so much blodge, even nerves of steel, which becomes relevant if they have to just throw the ball out of tackle zones. As you saw earlier, becomes a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Well, he's less of a problem. He's stunned again. And now you're starting to see what the ghosts are having to do. They're having to do an awful lot of go forwards, even just try and mock things up here. Oh, we gotta try that again, Sunshine. He made it. Where's he going? Oh, he's over there. Right. There, I thought he was going to go take a shite. Yeah, you saw that right. 2 dice, strength 4. That is a phenomenal, and that's a catcher for crying out loud, strength 4. Have you ever seen such a thing? You know, you're starting to think this is not a pro elf, he's trying to become a high elf. Now, Major Tom, we're not receiving your telemetry. Would you please, you know, come on home? No? Well, you can lie there for a while. Well, Ghost and Past. It's possible, but they might have to take one more turn getting into a good, solid position. In step 1, clear up the mess. Well, he got him. By this point here, Ghost and Pass, well, they are getting a few breaks here in Armor 7. Not enough from their viewpoint here, but they are seeing it start to happen. Ah, there we go. Does he want to just get that stuck right in there? There he goes. And the crowd goes wild, absolutely wild, finally. He's got that one in. Let's head for the nondescript white van driving along the stands, and I can see the children are following along. Hopefully someone actually has trackers on them. But let's turn this around here. Now, here's the challenge Ghost Snuffles past. You can all see it pretty clearly here. He's got 4 turns, 2 rerolls. He's got a couple of gallons of dregs. He's got the fan factor. Don't know why. Guess it's his own stadium. You know, they either cheer for him or else. As for the RBB, as you can see here, they've recovered all the KOs once again. So, once again, Elf down, a fairly familiar position for this team. As we can all say, he's quite used to being the bottom. However, he's very well used to being on top when it comes to scores. And a few other things, but let's not ask about that. Anyway, quick redeployment here, come on, get on with it. Right, there we go. Solid kick. Let's see what happens this time. Well, it's an extra reroll, so that does encourage Ghost Snuffles past to be maybe even more aggressive trying to get at this ball. And once again, tackle comes through. It appears at this point here, Diamond Dogs are being, well, crazy as it sounds, actually conservative at this point here. And he does wonderfully, fail to get the ball. Well, there's a first. Unfortunately, based on the setup here, yeah, he's got nothing really in position. The only player could have even tried it, well, he's taking a wee bit of a nap. Because unfortunately his boxed lunches are running around a little too fast, aren't they? Well, this is it. Ghost Snuffles past. Don't seem to be being very aggressive trying to get in after this ball. In fact, they're keeping a screen up. Like you're down 2-1. I'd reckon you actually want to go get this thing. Well, let's see what this lad actually does. Come on. And it's a one-die punch, and it does sweep bugger all. Well, from the Diamond Dogs' viewpoint, well, they know where the commitment is. Yeah, and it is. They're going to start turning the left flank. That's pretty much all the Diamond Dogs were waiting for. Which way are you going? Would you like to try that again, Sunshine? Well, there you go. Precious reroll gone. But you know what? AG4, what can it do? It certainly can't drop an easy pass. And the lad is gone. Yeah, he's actually decided to put an extra block in, and looks like he's, well, at least got him shoved back for a bit. And now you can hear the frustration here from the Ghost Snuffles past, because from their viewpoint, they finally decide to at least partially commit to one side, and now look what's happened. Other side getting completely overrun again. Well, they don't want to concede this touchdown, they got to stop it somehow. So you can see here, bringing more of the players over. Well, there's a solid punch. That brings a tear to the eye. Ah, lovely hit. No, sorry. Come on, try that again, lad. He makes it over the top. And unfortunately, it's a dodge. Well, I do understand that was his nature of death. Chain smoking. And we always said smoking cigarettes were bad for your health. Well, so much for that great idea. That's not working either. But is it enough? He's got no rerolls. It's not a perfect dodge. He could always trip. It's very possible. How do the Diamond Dogs want to do it? Do they want to score direct with this player? Well, as you can see here, he's got a cunning plan. Well, they actually tripped him. Impressive. Well, I was saying it looked like it was easy, but you know what? It's amazing what happens when you find a 1. Suddenly, Ghost and Knuffles pass. Do you even have an eligible receiver? Well, you've got 2 turns. You've got receivers. You just got to get this ball. Well, that's not it. Try that again. Oh, no. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. 2 cracks, 1 and 9. It's like Knuffle. He's that flagging golf, isn't he? You could see it right there. There was the play. And he just drops it. What do you do? Elves now, of course. Easy catch. Easy score. There he goes. Good boy, lad. Sigh. Well, this one's over, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I think the coach over there seems to be thinking about there. As you can see, he's already stormed off. The clipboard's been flipped already. Nothing's going to save this one here. Let's see what they actually can do. All it is now is a bit of maybe an extra completion. It's a shame. You can see it there. He's still got the 1 reroll. It's just, what do you do? Just what do you do? It reminds you of the good old days of just keep rolling until you run out of rerolls or until you finally caught the thing. Doesn't work that way, lads. Well, another, casting of wind. Well, looks like they're going to go for the glory cheese pletion. If the stupid bastard could actually pick up the ball. So much for that idea. And well, there it is. The final score coming out of the core division there. 3-1. Diamond Dogs over the Ghost and Knuffles pass. Quite an interesting game. You're starting to make it go. And I'm wondering if the Diamond Dogs are ever going to have a full roster. Maybe in time for the playoffs. Who knows? Knuffle, bless you, die.